Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing like a chit chat get ready with me. I will make sure to mention the products that I'm using, but I'll also list them down below in case I forget to mention some things. I want to start doing these like once every month because I like these. I like watching these like while I'm getting ready. Like other people's get ready with me, so I like watching those while I'm like doing my makeup. So yeah, I'm not gonna, like I said, talk too much in depth about the products that I've been using. Some of them are new and I haven't talked about them yet on my channel, so I will just kind of mention them, but yeah, for the most part, I'm just gonna go ahead and like just be talking to you guys, been catching up, tell you guys what's been going on and stuff like that. So I am gonna start out with primer. This is the Origins Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willowherb. I have been like obsessed with this stuff. It's like my favorite primer ever. You just gotta make sure that you shake it really good or it does separate. But yeah, I am just now getting back to filming. I did have the flu, which took me forever to get over. It just like, I mean, it literally about killed me. And I'll just show you guys how this comes out because it is really cool. Like, it's like foam. I don't know. I love this. I love how it makes my skin look and everything. But yeah, so I did end up having the flu, and that took me, like I said, quite a while to finally get over, and then I was like really behind on work. So I've really just now kind of got back into like filming regularly again. I am going to Florida in May. My friend has built a house and it's right on the beach down there, so we're planning like a pretty like nice trip down there, and I'm really excited for that. So I've been, just like I said, I know it sounds like early, but before you know it, like May's gonna be here. My sister also graduates from college. We are getting her graduation present, and she already knows what it is because she took up snowboarding this year for the first time and she loves it, and we decided to get her a snowboard, but I know nothing about it like at all, and of course she knows a lot more than we do, so we're gonna get her one. I wanted to get her one personalized, which again she already knows, but I was having the hardest time finding one where you could just like pick out a design already and put their name on it, like, because I found the websites where you could design like the whole board front and back, but I know nothing about drawing or anything like that, so I want one just where I could kind of just put her name on it, but I can't really find a company that will let me do that with one of their designs already. So I don't know, we're just, she's gonna go ahead and just pick hers out because I don't want to get one that she doesn't like, and there's different like kinds of boards for purposes. Like I said, I have no idea. I hate any kind of sport that has to do with wintertime. I hate snow, I hate the cold weather. She tried to get me to go snowboarding a couple times this year and I just wouldn't do it. So I'm taking this Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup Healthy Glow. I actually really like this. I didn't think I was gonna like this because anything that says glowy kind of like pushes me off towards it because I have oily skin. I don't think this is gonna work for me in the summertime, but right now it holds up okay. It doesn't last the longest, but this is the shade. Okay, unfortunately I have no idea what this shade is. I'm thinking it was the second to lightest shade. Oh, there it is, Fresh Ivory. But yeah, I really like this foundation because I think that it looks just like really natural on the skin. But yeah, so her graduation's also coming up in May, and she's also going to Thailand. I think that's what it was. Oh gosh, I hope that's not wrong, but I'm sure she'll correct me if I'm wrong. But so there's just a lot like kind of coming up that we're trying to get like ready for and things like that. This is a Sonia Kashuk sponge, in case you guys are wondering. This is okay. It covers it's so big it covers like a good section of your face, but it's not like the softest one out there. I definitely like my Eco Tool sponge a lot better. But this one still gives me, I feel like, a little bit better coverage where it doesn't soak up as much foundation, but it's okay. This is like this is a size difference from when it's wet and dry. But I actually, like I said, it's okay. It's not my favorite sponge out there. I probably won't repurchase this sponge, but I've definitely tried worse. But yeah, anyway, so it's just really busy. I also broke down and bought me a planner. I've been somebody that literally bought planners every single year and I never use them, but I've been trying to like work on my time management better, and that has definitely helped. I've also kind of like set monthly goals because like a lot of times I feel like I set a lot for myself and it's like I never get any of them done because I've got so many that I only get like halfway through them. Like I've been working on building me like a bookcase because I want one that's not made out of like that pressed particle board and stuff. I want one that's kind of going to last. So I actually went to Lowe's and like picked up all the materials, and I've got it about halfway done. My dad's helping me, and I'm going to paint it black, and then I want to get some like antique, because it has shelves, like open shelves, but then it has doors at the bottom, and I just have so many books and I just couldn't really fit them. I had them in shelves in my closet, and I needed that space for clothes, so I decided to, like I said, build a bookcase. But anyways, and I want to do, like I said, antique knobs and stuff like that, because it has like a little section at the bottom. But it's coming along like pretty nice so far. And then I want to make, there's like this desk that I seen. It's not like a desk, it's like a, I guess you could use it for anything. You could use it as a desk, but I actually seen it at Kirkland's, and when I actually was like looking, I think it's like $359. It was like, it's nice, but you could tell it's not made the best. And I don't know, I move my furniture around stuff so much. Like this IKEA furniture that I have, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but like it's one of those, if you try to move around, like, I mean, I've had legs to break off. It's just because it's not great quality stuff. So I just feel like I always have to break my IKEA stuff like down before I even move it. And sometimes that can be a hassle, and I don't want to have to do that with like a bookcase and stuff like that. But yeah, so I've just really been into that. Also, I picked up another blueberry bush. Now I think I've got, can't remember how many blueberry bushes, but I already have some that's like 7 years old, but I want to do like this whole side of my yard with blueberry bushes. I also picked up some raspberry bushes too, some smaller ones and then like a really big one. And we went to plant them, but then it got really cold here again, it snowed, so literally on my kitchen counter and everything, can't even eat in there. It's got nothing but plants all over it. But I also do want to put out a garden this year as well, so I don't know, I just feel like I've got so much stuff to do. There's just not enough hours in the day. But then one of my friends is moving, my friend Devin, she got a job at Virginia Beach, so I'll be sad to see her go. But I can't remember when she leaves. I think it's like in April. She's got to be up there in April. So, but like I said, I'm really happy. I hate to see her leave, but I'm happy that she got the job because I know it's like what she wanted. So I'm taking the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer in the shade Light Natural. My concealer's been doing that again, where my under eye area has been very dry, and this concealer's not the best for dry under eyes, but I like the shade of this, and I like the coverage. But yeah, I've almost finished the Maze Runner series. I think the last like books I told you guys I was reading was the like Into the Steel Blue series, which I finished that. I liked it. It wasn't like my favorite. I didn't hate it or anything. There's other books I like better. But I'm on the final book. In the Maze Runner series, there's a total of 5 books, but they just made the 3 movies because they made the Maze Runner, the Scorched Trials, and then the Death Cure, which recently just come out. I haven't seen any of the movies yet because I like to read the books before I see the movies, because books are always better, in my opinion. But anyways, the first 3 books, I don't want to talk too much about them because I want to talk about them in my favorites video. But I like it so far, but I like, believe it or not, the 4th book better, which is The Kill Order. That kind of gives you a little bit of like the back history about the maze and stuff like that, because when you first read the first book, you're kind of just like thrown in there. You don't exactly know why they're in there, but like I said, I won't talk too much about that but I love to read. I've already purchased another book series as well, but like I said, always let me know down below. I'm not someone who loves just one novel. I like several. I like to be able to, like a series. That's just me. Of course I'm not the same way too. I prefer series over movies, just because I feel like you really kind of get to know the characters, and I feel like you get to have that more personal, I guess, connection with them or whatever. Just making sure I was still filming over there. I did film actually a couple videos last week, and my mic was off the whole time, and I was so mad. But I haven't made any trips to Sephora here recently. Well, actually, that's a lie. I did return that Natasha Denona palette. I just could not get on board with that palette. I just felt like for the price point, just the shimmer shades, I was so disappointed in. And if I'm going to pay that, I want all the shades to be nice. I'm taking my Viseart powder, and I really like this. It gives a really smooth look underneath the eyes. But I don't set too much underneath there because my under eye area is so dry. But But yeah, I also finished Shameless because I started watching it a while back. I don't know if I mentioned that to you guys, but I actually like the show pretty good. I know some people don't like it, but I actually like it. The episodes are really long. They're like 50 some minutes long, and but there's just like 12 in like each season, and there is a total of 8 seasons, but 7 is just on Netflix right now, which, like I said, but I did like it. I did finish it. I'm looking for something else to watch though, because I've started rewatching some like old stuff, which I don't mind, but I would like something new to watch. But I'm not, so if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. But like I don't like any of like this vampire and like werewolf stuff. I don't know, I can't get into that. My sister told me to watch Vampire Diaries, and I tried to watch one episode of that, and I don't know, I just don't like it. I'm taking the Loreal Baked Balance and Brighten in the shade Fair to set the rest of my face. So yeah, if you guys have any like show recommendations, let me know, because I actually like to watch like shows when I work out instead of listening to music. And I don't know why, I just feel like I love watching like action-packed shows like Nikita and stuff like that, because like I feel like they get me pumped. Like those fight scenes and stuff get me pumped a lot more than music does. But yeah, so we also, my sister, she's signed up to do a Aerial Silks show. They're doing it in August, and I don't do good in front of like people in general, and like performances or anything like that. So I'm going to help out like in the back, but I am not going to be like in the actual show. But she signed up for that. But I have really been enjoying our silks classes. This is a L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzer in the shade 01 Light. I freaking love this bronzer. It's like my favorite bronzer of all time now, and it's massive too. But yeah, so we've been enjoying our silk classes. We've been learning some new drops. Like we got to do like the half Monty, and then he said, you know, that works up to like the full Monty. I just slowly build this up because it does have like a little bit of like a satin kind of finish to it, so I don't want it to go like overboard. But yeah, so silks have been going good. Are there any new makeup launches you guys are excited about? I am actually really excited about the BH Cosmetics like festival launch or whatever I think is what it is. I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but it's like, I think it said something about Coachella and Trend Moods thing. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but it comes like with the brush, a really like pretty festival looking palette, and then like 6 or 7 of these like eye things. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but I know my hair looks like crazy today, but it is like going on 3rd day hair, and I don't know, I couldn't be bothered to fix it today. But yeah, so I am excited about that launch, because I feel like a lot of the shades in there, like the blues and like colors, looked a lot like what was in the Tropic palette from Natasha Denona, and I'm hoping that, like I said, because I loved the shades in the Natasha Denona palette, like the shimmer shades, but the quality I felt like wasn't the best. So but I am really excited to, that's a launch that I'm really excited for. And then I'm trying to think, I can't really think of anything else like right off the bat, but I'm sure when I get through filming I'll be able to. But also, what do you guys think about the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty this time? I didn't love it. I've only purchased one thing. I'm torn between what blush to use, by the way, the Lorac one or the Clinique one. I've been using the Clinique one like non-stop, so I'm gonna use the Lorac one. This is in the shade Tinge. But I just, like, nothing in there is really blowing me away. The only thing that I purchased was yesterday's. Like, I wanted to, and I can't even remember what I purchased. Oh, I feel bad. I'm gonna have to look up what I purchased, because I don't even remember. Like, none of these launches, like, I've even stayed up late for, like, to order it right at midnight. I'm just like, all of them, I'm just like, you know what? If they're not there by the time that I wake up in the morning, then, you know, I'm not gonna use it. Okay, yeah, the Becca First Light Priming Filter, because Kathleen Lights talks about it. Like the purple one, I purchased that one, and I'm excited to try it out because I love primers. I really love this blush, by the way. It's such a pretty color. And then I do want to purchase some of the Too Faced like melted mattes. I do want to purchase some for a giveaway, because I am going to do a giveaway when I hit 2,000 subscribers. So I do want to purchase some of those. But that's really the only things that kind of like pop. Oh, the Dermalogica. I do want to purchase that. They have like a exfoliating thing. It's like, I think it's like the last day or something. I definitely want to purchase that for sure, because let's take this Real Techniques brush, because that's one of my stippling brushes to kind of blend out that blush. But I do want to, like I said, definitely pick that up. But I just haven't been, I wasn't impressed with it this past fall. I wasn't impressed with it like this spring. So I don't know, there wasn't a lot of things that really drew my attention. But, and the same thing with the Hot Buys, like, I don't know. I'm taking this Nars palette. This is their Highlighting Bronzing palette. This was limited edition. I'm not sure if they still have this, but I'm taking this right here. As you guys can see, I really put a dent in that. I'm trying to see if you guys can see, but I love this. It's like my favorite highlighter ever. I know Nars come out with some new highlighters. I do want to get down to Sephora and actually swatch those, because I was like watching Kathleen, and I think Katie's video mentioned it in there as well. They're like more subtle natural highlights, which as you guys know, like I like that's my favorite kind of highlight. And there's a color in there that looks very similar to what's in here, and it'd be nice not to have to take this entire palette with me when I travel, just when I want that one shade in here. So, but yeah, so I do definitely want to check those out as well. But yeah, I haven't, like I said, there's not really been any other launches that I feel like has really just caught my eye. Of course there is, I know Becca come out with the highlighter recently too as well. It was like a collab. It was like a pinky kind of golden highlight. I want to try it out too. I haven't got like a chance to go down there and like swatch any of this stuff, so. Alright, so I'm actually just going to do my brows off camera really quick, because it does take me a little while and I have to scoot in pretty close, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I have no idea what I was talking about when I left off, but I am going to start on my eyes, and I'm just going to be using the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I actually really like this palette. I know a lot of people said it was like every day, but to me that's what I like about it. So I'm actually going to be taking the shade Rustic, which is this shade right here, and I'm just doing something very simple because I'm literally after this just going to work on that bookcase, and then I am going to work out, so I don't really want to have like a heavy thing of makeup on, and this brush had eyeshadow on it already. Oh well. But yeah, everything that dropped, I was going to do a video on this palette and like the Amrezy highlighter and the new bronzer, but I felt like everyone had like their own, like all these videos up, and I'm trying to get where my videos aren't like, I mean, if there's like 10 million of like, you know what I'm saying, a certain video up, I don't want to be like 10 million in one, you know what I mean? I just kind of want to, you know, if there's not like I like to review makeup, I really do. That's something that I love doing, but if it's one of those things like that has like a million reviews, I don't want to post one. But I like this palette. It's pretty much been the only palette I've been using, just because, again, like I said, where I was sick and then with work, and it is getting warmer here. The weather's been super weird, so it's like 1 week it was 60, then it's back down to 30 and it's pouring the snow, and now like today it's like 50 some again. It's supposed to be like 60 I think again, like later this week. So this weather's just, you know, it's been one of those things where it's just like all kinds of crazy. But yeah, this has pretty much just been it. I've usually been taking the shade Cypress Umber, and I will put that just in my outer half of my eye, and I'll really just like blow it out, and then I'll take the shade Tempera, and then I'll just put that in my inner corners and the rest of my lid, and that's it. And then I'm just done with it. I don't know, it's easy, it's simple, and it you know, flatters my eye shape doing it that way. But yeah, like I said, today I just gotta work out. I'm gonna go ahead and finish working on the bookcase, and I do need to pick up some groceries. So I was watching Katie's brother, I can never remember his name, but he uploaded Eggs Benedict, and I have always wanted to try to make that, and it looked like so good. So I might try to get the stuff to make that. Like, I'll need like lemons. I'm trying to think what else he had in there. I have eggs. Oh, I just had to find something else for like the Canadian bacon. I wonder if you could do that like without the bacon. Would it taste as good? Or is there something you could kind of put in there to like, you know, replace it? But I love watching his stuff. Like I said, I cannot remember his name or his channel name, but I will link it down below if I remember. because if you're someone who like loves watching cooking stuff, like I used to be obsessed with that dinners, drive-ins, and dives. Like, I mean, a lot of the food like I would never eat, but some of it looks so good. And I used to love Hell's Kitchen when it was a thing. I don't even know if it's still on because I don't have like actual TV anymore. I have like Hulu and Netflix. Cypress Umber I was talking about, and just put it here on the outer part. And then I'm going to blend it just a little bit into the crease, but not much. But yeah, I love watching like cooking shows. I used to love, what was that one guy that made the cakes? I can't even remember that either. They used to have that on Netflix as well. Buddies, something like that. But he used to make like the coolest cakes ever. And I used to love watching that as well. But I just don't get to watch as much as I used to, because like I said, the only time I really watch like Netflix or Hulu or anything is like when I'm working out or when I'm getting ready in the morning. But the first thing I always watch like when I get up in the morning is Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning. I don't know if I've mentioned them before, but I freaking love them. They're like my favorite YouTubers ever because I like to laugh. And when I think about like getting ready in the morning and like something that puts me in a good mood like that, like their channel does, I just really love. But I really like their show. They, like today, they broke this down like trying to find like the ultimate snack. They did like, yesterday one was cheesy and meaty. Today was salty, I think. Yeah, it was salty, and I can't even remember what one. I think it was popcorn against Bugles. I think Bugles won. For the lid, I'm actually going to take the shade of Bronze, but I am going to take a little bit of the NYX Glitter Primer to apply to my eyes first. Just so it kind of has like a sticky base so it doesn't transfer like way up here when I look throughout the day. And I'm going to take just this old Urban Decay eyeshadow brush that come in a palette, because this stuff's kind of sticky and it makes your brushes like stick. I do try to blend this out a little bit so I can blend my eyeshadow out, because it's like once your eyeshadow sticks to this, it's stuck. But I kind of like to just pat it until it gets tacky, and then I come in with like whatever lid shade, like today Bronze, and just kind of like press it. I'm actually going to take a little bit of that red shade that's in here, that's Mulberry shade right here. I'm going to put a little bit of this on my outer corner. But yeah, I live in Virginia, so if you guys know, we've pretty much been to all the hiking spots in Virginia. I want to go, there's a couple places in Kentucky I want to go, I know for sure. And then there's actually a couple places in like Big Stone Gap that we seen on the way. We had to work there the other day, and I seen that I'd like to hike. And then there's a couple places in North Carolina, like where they filmed that Last of the Mohicans. I know you can hike some of that, and I definitely want to go there. But I can't really take my dog hiking with me, which sucks, because she gets, like, I can take her if it's like relatively close. Like I can take her to like to walk over at the park and things like that. But if it's far away, I can't take her. She gets like car sick like no other. But I'm not sure why. Like I think it's because she won't, I don't know, like lay down, but she gets like really car sick, which I hate that for her. But she gets like, I think me and my sister one time went to walk at a dog park that was like 45 minutes away, and like she threw up in the backseat of my car. So, but like I said, she doesn't enjoy like just going to the park, but I would love, you know what I'm saying? So it sucks that I can't take her on like this far away hikes and stuff like that, but that's alright. We make do. But alright, so on the bottom lash line, by the way, that was a Sigma F70, and then that other one was a Morphe 520. I'll list the brushes I use down below too. And then I'm just going to take the Morphe E36. I'm just going to take a mixture of the Cypress Umber and that Mulberry shade and just buff it on my lower lash line. Alright, so I do want my inner corner to have just a little bit more of a pop to it, since I decided to go with that color on the lid. So I'm going to take the shade Glistening, and if I can find that first BH Cosmetics brush I used. Yeah, the number 9. This is from like that Marble collection, I think. And yeah, I'm going to take the shade Glistening, and I'm going to put this in my inner corner instead. Love how I said, what did that come from? A tight line and do my waterline. Again, I'm going to do this off camera because it cringes me out watching people do this. Alright, so I did go ahead and put mascara on. I used the L'Oreal Voluminous on my top, and then on my bottom, the Wet n Wild Mega Slim Mascara. And I've been trying them both out. I didn't like the L'Oreal one at first, but now that the formula's kind of got a little bit more dry, I do like it. So I want to use, like I said, this Fenty Beauty Uncensored Lip Stunna color. And I think I found a lip liner that's pretty close. So this is the Jordana lip liner in the shade Sedona Red. So I'm just going to line my lips, and then I'm going to go in with this because I don't know if it's going to bleed or feather or anything. So I'm just going to line my lips real quick and fill them in, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is a completed look. I actually love this, but it is very, very like liquidy and runny. Like even with lining my lips, I still felt like it kind of bled out. I had to kind of clean up around it with concealer. So I think that you should probably fill in your entire lips instead of just lining them, because it definitely bleeds a little bit. But I love the formula because I feel like it, like looking over here and even here in the mirror, like it's not matte, but it's not like super shiny, and then it hasn't sunken into any of my fine lines. I would really like to see her come out with some more colors in this line because I love it, and I am so glad I ended up getting this color. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me. Like I said, I really like doing these. Anytime you guys would like to see any video requests or anything, just leave them down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.